Is it some devil that crawls inside of you?
And we are back. Sorry for the fucking big long break. I had a life to get started out here, guys. I live in San Diego-ish county. That area. Holy fuck, I moved out of my mom's house. I moved out. Holy shit. She is probably so excited. So excited. I'm excited. She was crying when I left. Serves her right. Fucking raising me for 25 years, not kicking me out of the house sooner. Not that she didn't try. Oh my god, I'm out. I'm almost on my own completely. I live with 2 other women now, so I just multiplied the amount of women I live with, so we'll see how that works. We'll see if if women are actually the problem. I doubt it. It's probably just me. Just my own fucking inefficiencies as a person. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so excited. I'm trying not to be too loud because we've already had like multiple noise complaints to management from our apartment about our apartment. I mean, let's be honest, it's Hannah. It's not me. It's like good old Hannah. You remember Hannah? Burps are for Hannah, that one. Yep. Well, she is the loudest person on the planet, so trying to make up for the sound barrier she breaks daily. But anyways, we got a noise note. Never had this. My last manager was such a chicken shit. She wouldn't even fucking I don't even know. I lived in the ghetto before, and I would have to park blocks away from my own fucking house. And I gotta tell you, the parking situation here is not any fucking much better, because now I had to park my truck in a fucking nicer neighborhood, and instead of it getting broken into or anything, I got a fucking warning ticket thing on my windshield saying I wasn't allowed to park in this neighborhood. You fucking cunt bags. Eat the rich. Dude. Oh, dude, I went full socialist right then. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking, this is our neighborhood to park in. I was so mad. Fucking, no, anyways, back when I lived in the ghetto in Lombok, and I had to park either in front of the garage, which wasn't allowed. It was an alley. It was my garage was facing an alley, and then there'd be it was a fire lane, technically. So then you couldn't park there. Is this thing even recording? Yes, it is. Okay, sorry. It's the 5th time I've ever used this recorder, and this is only I haven't had a podcast recorded in months. What? Can you guys hear that noise out there too? Guess what? There's still loud-ass noises outside this window too. Guess what? It's just the fucking reality of it. Until I'm a successful podcaster and I have my own studio and not fucking hit my own desk with my chair here. Sorry this took so long. I really wanted to do this sooner, but I couldn't help it because of who I am as a person, and just, got a little lazy, got a little carried away, enjoying myself, adjusting to living around here. Man, the fucking where were we? Let's get focused here. Don't worry, it's not just gonna be me. I'm gonna have Kyleigh come in a little later. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a whole conversation. It's gonna be a real podcast. But right now, you're just putting up with my intro. I'm sitting in a chair, swiveling back and forth. I went and got it from some nice thrift store. A lot of mentally handicapped people work in there, and not just how Goodwill hires ex-junkies and they're mentally handicapped by default. I just mean people who are born with some loose change in their jar. That's all. I got this chair. It's hurts my back already, and I'm leaning back in it. I don't like it. I paid $25 for this chair. It's a nice chair. It was one of those upper scale, really neat, organized, clean thrift stores. There's a alphabetization of the books Like they were in alphabetical order, and they were like by novel, by author, and then this. Oh, here's the spiritual section. Here's the political section. Just a bunch of like fucking Jon Stewart and Rush Limbaugh books everyone threw out. But it was like super clean, super nice. Got this chair, $25 for a chair at a thrift store, which is a ripoff if you ask me. But I was like, hey, it's a nice chair. It is definitely worth $25 in my opinion. I have no problem buying it. Hurts my back. I couldn't record this podcast sooner because of one, who I am as a person. Two, because women don't believe in back support. There's not a single other fucking chair in this household or anywhere to sit that is like supportive to a back whatsoever. I don't get it. I don't know. How do women just like sit there and just like hunched over like shrimp and just like they just lay? Like my roommate Hannah just like lays there with like neck cranked directly up, body completely flat, and then just like watches like TV or like a laptop. Like I have to like have my whole body like in a 90-degree angle to be supported. I have sciatica. I can't do this. I'm already an old man. I can't. So I bought this chair and I'm already fucking over it. I'm ready to throw it over this goddamn balcony, which is such a fun thing to see in movies, is when the like rock star throws the TV out of the window on the hotel balcony. And this complex I live in just reminds me of a hotel. It's a lot like a hotel. Noise complaints, the parking, there's a vending machine, the laundry's down there. It's fucking this is the hotel. I live in a hotel, essentially. It looks like a hotel. Reminds me of a hotel. I have a kitchen. I have, bathroom, bedrooms, a balcony. For Hannah, my fucking stinky, loud roommate who doesn't wipe. It's okay, because Kyleigh makes up for the amount of toilet paper Hannah doesn't use by using as much as 3 people use. So there's that. Thank you, Kyleigh. She'll be in to defend herself soon, so don't worry. You'll get to hear that. It'll be fun. Yeah. Holy crap, guys. I fucking live here. I wish I had some sort of like regal, interesting way to compartmentalize this or give you some packaged, understood, pivotal, like life-changing comprehension here, wrap it up nicely in a cool amount of words, but fucking A, I'm dumb. So yeah. Yeah, women don't believe in back support. And it hurts. It's like that's why their backs are always fucked up and why old ladies are always hunched over. And they're addicted to chiropractors that don't fucking work. I think it's all the butt selfies, honestly. I think you just look at your butt enough in the mirror and crank that fucking shit like Soulja Boy and stick your ass out there, and you're not gonna have a good back. And you certainly have no idea what back support is, because I'm sitting here in the this. You know what? I just realized this is why the fucking chair was in the fucking thrift store. It hurts. It hurts. No one wanted this because it doesn't work. It doesn't hurt. It's a nice looking chair, and that is where the kindnesses end. That's where the fucking politeness ends. Ugh. Hate it. Hate it. Why doesn't the stereo... Does this sound okay to you guys? Because to me, it like sounds like super... What's the word? Fucking like phasery. It's like... It like sounds like I'm speaking through some sort of synthesizer or something. I mean, it's a microphone, so it's like a synthetic articulation of my voice, right? Is that what that is? Is that science? It's recording in stereo. It's got the mics, except it's like a mono. I don't know. It says mono on the screen. The stereo light is lit up. I don't fucking know. I'm going to have Chris Lambert or J-Lo take a look at this from Zoom. Not the Zoom recorder, but like the Zoom webcam. The one that fucking blew MySpace's shit out of the water. Not MySpace, but let's be honest. What's the fucking... I've never used it in my life. Skype. Skype is the MySpace of video chat, because Facebook came and blew that shit out of the water, and Zoom came and blew Skype the fuck out of the water. How cool is that? That's amazing. Just said, fuck you, we're number 2, now we're number 1. How long till Pepsi is better than Coke? Because it's been like 100 years. Longer, probably. They'll never win. I'm drinking a Zevia, so it doesn't really matter to me. The fucking soda wars are over, in my opinion. I've resided into Switzerland, or somewhere neutral. Is that the one that was neutral, or is that Sweden? No, Sweden was like They were like kind of like flirting with the Nazis a little bit, huh? There was like a lot of Swedes that were Nazis, right? Wasn't that not what the entire movie of A Sound of Music is about? About like were they in Amsterdam? I don't even fucking know. Did that movie really take place in Amsterdam? I remember seeing something as a kid, and I was like, "Is this Amsterdam? Really? I don't see any hookers or weed anywhere. What the fuck? Sound of Music? Sound of fucking music, my ass." Yeah, 5th grade didn't go that well for me. Yeah, it has been a fucking pleasure this past week or so. Just getting to the past 10 days or so, just getting to like assimilate. I have my little routines, kinda. I have a place for my stuff, mostly. It's nice. I have my podcast arms on either side of a desk set up and no fucking chair. It kind of sucks. I kind of miss the whole podcast. Like, I had like a cool little setup. I had like those 2 very comfy chairs that you could lean back in, had back support. Everyone remembers them that was there. Or if you go on the Instagram, you'll see a picture of them somewhere. I had the table, that beautiful fucking table, also a Nazi from Sweden. It's like IKEA or something. And I had the mic arms. I miss that table. I wish I had enough room for that in here. But it's really hard. Sometimes you got to make compromises because you got to move all the shit out of your room and move into a room with another person, and then you have to share the space, and you just have to put up with it because that's the way the world works. And my goal now is to get a big enough place to where I don't have to have any of my shit in the same room as another human. We just have our own, like, I just have my own whole separate room. Maybe we sleep in the same room. That'd be cool, I guess. But even then, it's like, you know, one person likes the fan on, one person likes the window closed, one person hogs all the covers, one person is an asshole. You know, I'm all of those people. So we'll see. I'm really not trying to. I hope you guys don't. I'm in a good mood right now. I'm not in a bad mood whatsoever. But podcasting and like doing this is exhausting to an extent. So I do kind of like mentally may not be the best at explaining it or conveying it. Also, who the fuck installed fans and lights? These are the most. There's a fan in every fucking room in this house, and I don't understand how to put the switch on. Then, I pull the cord, and then, no, that's the light. Oh, so I got to put this switch on the door next to the light switch. The light switch is on. I pull the fan's on. How do I get the light on? Well, and then you look, and there's two little chains. The one that has the little fan on it, you pull that one, turns the fucking light on. And then you pull this one, and it turns the fan on somehow. So I'm going to pull the one with the light bulb on it, and there the fan goes. Here we go. It's a little hot in here, a little spicy, so I had to change subjects. That's a little much. Then I pull it once, and hopefully it slows down. But it might stop for all I know. I'm surprised the fucking light didn't turn on. Yep. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. My roommate Hannah is loud. If she was a Jew in the Holocaust, in the Swedish Nazis were after her, and her family was hiding, they would be doomed. They would all hear her. She'd be singing The Sound of Music throughout the fucking mountain range, and the Nazis would find her family and kill them. If we were in this apartment and we were all Jews hiding from Nazis right now, we'd be fucked. Also, because apparently our neighbors downstairs are Nazis, so they're the ones who were complaining. They're so stupid. It wasn't even 10 at night. Like, I would love to see how my fucking little pussy neighbors here, I don't even want to call them neighbors, because neighbors are like friendly, polite, you like, you know, borrow sugar, you say hi, you like tip your hat at them, good morning, you know. None of that. These stupid fucking cunts. I don't even get how neighborhoods like even exist anymore. I can't remember last time I had a neighbor that I was friendly with in any capacity, except the guy who gave me the Black Sabbath record that one time. Shout out for you close listeners that remember that. But this one, it's just like they couldn't even there was no way these people would survive in the old hood in Lompoc. They couldn't stand to hear my neighbor's kids or the dog or the fucking neighbor taking dabs and literally coughing to the extent of sounds like death. Sounds like he was literally going to die every time he took a dab. And from what I hear, every time you take a dab, you might as well think you're dying. I've seen people take dabs, and Jesus. How is that not like a complete fucking, like, taking a dab's like a whole nother, that's like a drug. That's like when weed is like a drug. You know, when they say like the war on drugs failed, that's right, because people are dabbing out there and you did nothing to stop it. Oh man, if I wasn't like all, you know, freedom, liberty, everyone should do whatever they want to their bodies and it's their own choice. If I was like some super conservative, like tight-laced, like cop, you know, fucking whatever, dabs, if I caught someone with dabs, they would get is the heart of a sentence is like heroin or like cocaine or something. I've seen people do cocaine. They're just as tolerable as someone on a dab. They're just as fucking annoying. It should be the same crime. It should be the same punishment. I mean, there should be no punishment, but like if I was, you know, a Nazi. Why is this all about Jews and Nazi all of a sudden? Anyways, I don't even know the difference. That's not true. So yeah, I moved in here. I miss Remy the dog with all of my heart and soul. For those of you who don't know, he's still okay. Don't worry. Relax. He's fine. He's alive. He's living his life. He's thriving. But he's at home with mom and brother, his dad. You know, my brother Justin is his dad. So he's raising him, and it was so hard, man. Had my truck all packed up. Kyleigh had her car packed up with my excess shit, and I was saying goodbye to my mom, giving her a hug, and I had to say bye to Remy, and he was in the dog bed, and he was kind of freaking out. You could tell he knew something was up. He was like, what the fuck is going on? Where are you going, Dallas? Like for the days leading up to it, like my bed's gone, my fucking dresser's gone, I don't have anything in my room anymore, his little area where he'd hang out's gone. He's like, what the fuck is going on? And I know that he's been moved around a lot because he used to live with me, didn't live with me, then he lives with me again, and I know he lived somewhere before that. So he's lived around. He knows what moving is. You can tell in his heart. And he's like, what the fuck? Are we moving again? And he's like, what's going on? Where are you going? And I kind of gave him, you know, some like scratches and hugged him, told him I loved him, and I couldn't look at him anymore. And I was standing in the garage. Garage door was open. I was getting ready to leave, and I grabbed his tennis ball. I threw it inside the house, and I closed the door, and so I didn't have to look at him when I left. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I've literally been laying here in bed thinking about it sometimes before I'm about to go to sleep, and just, it brings me to tears. Tears, I tell you. It's serious. Like, I just want to, I'm like smacking myself. I'm like, why didn't I just say bye a little longer? Give him like, you know, like give him more attention, or see, like get like one last good look at his face before I left, you know? One last like belly scratch or something, you know? Maybe he'd give me a kiss. His big frickin' long flappy tongue. Dude, I'm gonna cry right now. I have 2 pictures of Remington in this room. I have the lovely single line illustration done by Allie Wallace on my wall. Beautiful portrait. I think that was a birthday present, actually. Loved it. Loves it. I love it. And then I have this nice wood frame, like wooden, I don't even know what to call it. Like my brother made like a picture, but it's like on wood. It's like the photo, and like the colors are like printed, screen printed on the wood. I don't know. Of Remington right next to me on my bedside table. Oh my God. I miss him more than anything. He was with me every day. I had friends, best friends that I hardly saw, that I miss, and I wish I could have gotten to hang out with. And honestly, if I told you guys we were going to hang out or do something before I moved, I meant it. I really wanted to. I didn't blow anyone off for any specific reason or lie to them. Like, I really wanted to get everyone in and get a good hang in, you know, but it didn't happen. So I'm sorry. I don't think I saw any of my friends really before I left. I think I went to the skate park once and had lunch with 2 of my friends, and that was it. Like, I don't even, if I had a last like parting moment with you. I got to see my friend Leia and her husband Zach. That was cool. Got to have dinner like 2 days before I moved. That was nice. That was a fucking, like, it felt like real adult. I felt like I could connect with people, but like on an adult level, but they already know you, so you can like be your old self. I'm leaning back so far in this chair, it's hurting my throat. Fuck, this chair is a fucking, it's like one of those chairs where it leans, but the wheels are on the ground, but you can just lean in it. It's like it's an office chair. It's like an office chair that's like wood and sad and uncomfortable. I'm gonna get some water. Hold on. I also haven't talked this frequently and this fast and this much in fucking God knows how long. Doing the podcast here is going to be kind of interesting because the people that I could have over at my podcast, like my house podcast last time during the pandemic, it was already kind of tricky because you got to find someone who's comfortable enough to talk with you, and then you got to bring your setup to someone if they're not comfortable talking. I totally fucked up. I meant to fucking have a podcast with multiple friends, but the one that like really stands out and really like burns in my heart and soul that I didn't get to is my friend Palmdale. I know he's listening, if he even fucking can tolerate my ass anymore. I was supposed to have a 420 podcast with him that I fucking planned like months before the pandemic. Not planned, but, you know, made a verbal agreement to. And then we were supposed to do it some week in July or August, and I fucking, shit came up, and I didn't hit him up, and then I didn't fucking see him before I left, and shit's hard, man. Now I don't live on the Central Coast, and I can't hang out with you people anymore. Not that I'll never see you again, but there's some people I'll never see again. That's an interesting thought, huh? It's not that interesting. It's kind of self-serving. Yeah. Still looking for a job. My mom told me to don't settle on something, but find something that's worth your time, because I put a lot of time and effort in the workforce, worked a lot of places, and, you know, when you work up to a certain, like, wage an hour, working for, like, $12, $13 an hour is like a fucking slap in the face. I might work at a gym. That'd be cool. Not very much or often, or for not very much pay at all, but we'll see. Still need a jiu-jitsu gym. I'm pretty sure I'm going to just be at another Gracie Baja here, which will be nice to continue that curriculum. Keep that, those great. It's kind of like a college. Like, you go to a certain college, you get a certain amount of credits there, but then you go to some other colleges and they don't accept all the same credits you have. They go, this isn't really what we need for a bachelor's degree here. I can see you're trying to get your associate's degree here. I can see you think you're going to be a blue belt here, but it's kind of like that, where they're like, listen, I know you're in a college, but we don't really recognize that college because they're like a fucking liberal arts college. That shit's whack. This is a real college. This is a trade school, bitch. It's kind of like that. It's kind of political like that, as far as I can tell. As far as everything I've heard. I've trained in 4 different places. 4 fucking stripes on a white belt. I essentially have 1 stripe for every year I've done jiu-jitsu, or every place I've trained jiu-jitsu. That's depressing. Has there really been 4 places? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this will be the 4th place. I'll be going into my 4th place, right? Yeah. So essentially 1 for every year I've been doing it. And then once I find a new gym, it'll be 1 for every gym or academy I've trained at. Huh. Damn, fucking life is a trip. A lot has happened in these past few weeks, dude. Fucking Black Panther died. Chadwick Boseman died. Oh my God. That one hit hard. I was just getting out of jiu-jitsu, and I opened my phone to put on a podcast or whatever the tits, and then pulled up Instagram real quick, you know, feeling good. Maybe I was going to post a selfie, and then first thing, bam, Chadwick Boseman, 1970, whatever the fuck, to 2020. Holy shit. that sucks. Black Panther. That means when you watch Infinity War and Black Panther gets killed because of Thanos' snap, you're actually seeing like one of the last times you'll ever see a Black Panther, see Chadwick Boseman on screen. It's just going to hit so much harder now. Fuck. Dude, I really want to just like yell, be louder than I am. But I know not to. I know to be respectful of my neighbors. As long as they're respectful of me, which they're not. I see your fucking dirty looks down there on the second floor, you stupid fucks. I mean, granted, I get it. My roommate's the loudest person in the world. I used to think my mom was the loudest person I knew because my mom literally speaks louder than when she yells. It's just the volume she operates at. Nope. Hannah. Even louder. Even louder. It's okay. Louder with Crowder. Now I'm just losing it. I think I sincerely have some like adult onset ADHD. Like I cannot focus on shit. I cannot stay disciplined enough to like focus on one task. And I learned that when I'm stressed, it really doesn't happen. If I'm like stressed, like when I was moving, I couldn't fucking pack my own goddamn underwear any more than I can pack like my fucking dildos. Like I couldn't fucking put anything anywhere like long enough to finish the task. It would just be like a little bit over here, a little bit over there, and now I'm taking a shower, and now I'm going out for dinner. I'm like, wait, I'm moving. I gotta get this shit done. Oh, I gotta get all the shit out of my truck. Maybe I gotta put some of the stuff in my truck. Maybe I gotta go over here, make sure these hangers have everything that's mine. This piece of clothing, this is a flannel that was given to me when my grandfather died. Maybe I want it. Maybe I don't want it. Maybe I'm gonna bring it. Maybe it's going in storage. Maybe I gotta just fucking just what's this? What's that? What's that? Squirrel. We got a smoke detector event. Ooh, is this a walking stick? Oh, my fucking door handle. Dude, I almost left without my on-air sign. I just put a video up on Instagram. I fucking had a fucking... those like do not... It's, again, like a hotel here. Do not disturb sign put on the door handle. I had to put the on-air sign on the door handle, which means... Don't come in this room. I'm doing a podcast. Yep. Almost forgot that sign. I miss my mom. I miss Remy. I miss my brother. I miss my grandmother. I said bye to her the morning I was moving out. Drove her over to her house. She just lives on the other side of town. It was a real quick drive. She was crying. Broke my heart. I broke her heart, I'm sure. And I was like, geez. It's fucking awful, man. I was telling my mom, I was like, I never see grandma cry. That was so hard. She's like, well, she probably thinks it's the last time she's ever going to see you again. I was like, oh my God, Mom. And then my mom said, I think that too. And I was like, what the fuck? Am I going to die or are you two going to die? Jesus Christ. My mom literally said that. I was like, cool. Glad I'm fucking emotionally stable enough to not cry until I'm 5 minutes outside of town. Ugh. Everything hit me so hard when I was leaving town. I've lived at home my whole life. And then all of a sudden, not only did I move out, I moved away from everything and everyone I know. And moved in with my girlfriend and a loud, poopy troll. Who knew? Who knew this is how it was going to be? I don't know. You guys sick of my fucking rambling yet? Let's bring in a good old fucking Kyleigh here. I'll be right back, folks. Hey, Bad Etiquette listener. If you're enjoying the show and would like to support the podcast, you can donate to our PayPal at paypal.me/baddallas. And we're back. Hello, Kyleigh.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Bad Etiquette podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I kind of have to. You live in this room.
That's true.
How you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I am doing okay.
What's wrong?
Oh, this chair's kind of hurts my back.
Oh my God. You don't like the chair?
No, I don't think I do.
Are you lying?
No.
Fucking A. What if we just got you like a pad for the back of the chair?
That might work, but
Okay.
it fucking hurts.
Oh my god.
As far as chairs go. I really should have just got those fucking fold-up chairs at Big Lots.
They were ugly.
I don't care if they're ugly. You think this is any better? I couldn't believe you picked this one.
I thought it was cute. And I thought it went well with the room, and also
That's what I was thinking. Is you picked the other one at the thrift store that looked like it would not go with the room at all. I thought you were crazy.
my apologies. I also think the longer you sat on the, what do you call it?
Card tables, card chairs,
chair,
fold-up chairs.
that it wouldn't be comfortable.
No, not at all. But it's strange because you sit on this immediately and it hurts your back. You know, because this was because this was up. It was up against something, so I couldn't lean it back. So like this, it's like super comfortable. But as soon as I put any weight on it, like this, I just fall back. It doesn't feel great. Anyways, so yeah, that's how I'm doing. But I'm glad to be talking to you, and I'm glad we live together.
So am I.
Have you been enjoying it?
So far, so good.
So good. That's what I
think.
like to hear. You think?
Yeah.
Any pet peeves so far?
Yeah.
Ouch.
You refuse to put a dish immediately in the dishwasher. It has to sit in the sink for like almost a whole day.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's weird to me.
It is weird. I tried to think like, oh, put it in the dishwasher. But at my house, what would happen is the dishes would be clean.
In the dishwasher?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wouldn't.
Yeah, we don't do that here, though.
Yeah, you don't run the dishwasher here?
No, like as soon as the dishes are done in the dishwasher, we unload them. So it's usually always dirty.
Well, see, and here's the thing is I always rinse my dishes really well. So when they go in the dishwasher, I don't know if they're clean or not later, like a day later. And what used to happen is someone would used to write on the whiteboard and they'd say, dishwasher's clean. And I would go, oh, cool. Put it away now. Since I'm at home doing nothing all day, I can put these away. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is we need a whiteboard. We need it on the fridge
Here's
now.
the thing is we don't, because when the dishwasher is done running, it's locked. So you would just then unlock it. You'd know that they were clean. You'd put them away, and then they'd be ready for dirty dishes again.
Neat. Well,
yeah. Isn't that cool?
I guess. I mean, it's not how it was at my house. I don't know what it has to do with this.
This also is not your house. It's also how it was not at my house.
Interesting. This is my house. I live here.
Mm-hmm. So do I.
Now I can say that.
What?
Is it nice to say you live with me? Is it nice to say you live on your own?
Mm-hmm.
You get like cool points?
I don't think so.
I
don't know. I feel like no.
I think the envy of people that see us on the internet is very private and they won't tell us and share it.
I think that you're just obsessed with thinking that people are envious of us, and I just
okay, but
can't assume that that's true.
Well, I'm pretty sure someone's envious that I'm dating you.
Who? Give me their name.
Huh?
Give me their name.
I don't fucking know. Probably either a chick that wishes I was dating them, or a dude that wishes they were dating you, or a chick that was wishing they were dating you, or a dude that wishes he was dating me. You freak.
Okay. Well, I think that's a bold statement.
Well, I'm a bold man.
All right.
I'm a fucking cup of Folgers.
That's the best part of waking up.
Folgers in your cunt.
Yep.
Is that the only pet peeve of mine you have?
No.
Oh shit.
That's been like my number one, because I think since
You're
moving
doing pretty
out.
good.
What?
I said I'm doing pretty good then.
Yeah. Yeah, you're okay. I think since moving out on my own, I've been like super cleanly, and I like putting things away right away or cleaning right away, because it's just nice.
I wish we had video you could see the pile of laundry on the floor
okay,
that
but I'm
only
about
belongs
to do
to her.
that tonight. Thank you very much.
Oh, that weird. So like when I have a dish in the sink, I'm about to put that in the dishwasher tonight. Thank you very much.
But that's like a common area. This is our bedroom.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. For the most part,
What?
I've been pretty damn cleanly, as opposed to when I lived at my parents' house. I would take forever to clean up any
Honestly,
mess that
yeah.
I made.
Holy shit. I can't believe I'm dating the same woman because I don't see any used dishes in here. You were like a teenage boy with used glasses and bowls and plates in your room. I don't eat in my bed, and that was the new rule that I instated of like, well, we're going to live together. There will be no eating in the bed. And so far we've had a picnic on the floor, and we have to sit on the floor in our own bedroom so we don't get food in, on, and around the bed. But
Yep.
I will admit, there's been multiple times when I thought, damn, I really wish I could eat this in bed right now.
Me too. But I haven't. And I didn't even, before you got here, I didn't eat in the bed.
I believe you because I don't see any stains, and there's no ants, and it smells normal in here.
Yep. Yeah. So, anyways, I think that like my biggest pet peeve is just.
It's only been 10 days.
Yeah.
We'll find some
it's
more.
Not. Oh yeah, of course. But I just meant like a little thing would just be that I feel like you're still in your old ways of like taking your time cleaning things up, where I.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere.
Well, I broke that habit immediately because I figured this is a fresh start. If I start or if I continue doing that here, then it'll be harder to break as if I just break it as soon as I move in.
That's
and
fair.
It's totally worked. It's been really nice and
it's been nice to have a routine of like, oh, the laundry always goes in this basket right here.
Yeah.
You have a laundry basket because we don't have a laundry room here, so we have to like set up a time and a place, and we have like a third basket for our dirty laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know it sounds kind of boring and simple to you very intelligent folks out there, but like it's like
this is probably so stupid to people who have been like living on their own, but this is so new to us.
it's so new. It's fun. I know
Spooky.
I know I'm probably boring the shit out of like my new my older listeners.
Anyone.
Oh, anyone.
Just kidding.
I know. There's a few people who have like actually lived life and experienced these little growing pains, and they're like, Jesus, Dallas, get
And
it
some
together.
people don't even talk about them. They
I
just
know.
do
They
it.
just do it. Just put up
But
with
the thing
it.
is, okay, so something I will say, a little controversial for you, if
Oh,
you
yeah?
will.
Okay. She's
Not
going to
for
say
your
the N word
podcast, just
again.
for you.
Don't listen to episode
No,
64.
fuck off. No. I actually really have been enjoying having to do my laundry in the laundry room because it forces me to just get it done and put it away immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you know, I had for literally years a pile of laundry that I refused to do because it just would never get done.
yeah.
I
no.
would just pick out the clothes that I knew that I wore and wash those, and that was it. And then there was still a mountain of laundry hidden in my closet. And then when I was moving here, I got it all washed and packed away.
Yeah.
And since then, I've had like a basket full of clothes that when it's full, I do it, and then that's it. And it's been immaculate, amazing.
It is, dude. As soon as I go get the laundry done, I have to come bring it in, fold it immediately because it's like, first of all,
Where would we put it?
Well, yeah, seriously, where would we put it? It'd just be on the fucking floor. Because when I lived at my parents', like I just didn't have anywhere to put my laundry anyways. I didn't have enough dresser space, didn't have enough hangers, didn't hang a lot of stuff up. I had a lot of clothes that I was never really going to wear anyways, and they were just stuck there in the midst of everything. So I would just have fucking piles of clothes.
Yeah.
I would keep what do you do? Stop doing that. Stop doing it like that.
No, it's just I'm scared that you can. I don't
Hear
have
you
headphones
breathing?
on, which is the first time I've done this without headphones, and
Yeah.
I'm so afraid that you can hear me like heavy breathing.
Well,
into
guess
the
what?
microphone.
They'll get over it. I'm going to take my headphones off. We're going to even it up so that way we can't hear it. I won't call you out for doing it. So just stop doing whatever that. It looks like you're waiting for you're interviewing someone. You're waiting for them to reply like, so what are you going to do after you win the PGA Tour Championship? Here we go. And you just point the fucking mic to them, you know?
Okay.
So I'd rather you breathe into the microphone. It's a little less annoying.
I can at this point.
She's going to stop breathing. She's going to faint on this podcast. But yeah, I used to have my fucking clothes everywhere. And I literally had nowhere to put them. The best thing that happened to me was when I started buying boxes to start moving. And I got this big freaking tote box. She just learned what a tote is. And it was like this big black and yellow,
I thought
like
it was
one.
just like a storage bin.
That's what it is. But you thought it was like you thought like tote bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I got this big storage bin and it looked like like a fucking Black & Decker, or Black & Yellow, whatever. It looks like you put tools in there, some shit some man would have in his fucking garage. I have neither a manhood or a garage. And then I put all of my clothes in there that I loved, and then I just closed it. And then I could put stuff on it. It was like I had a little miniature coffee table in my room. It was great.
Yeah.
I love that. That was a development.
Very
And,
good.
now I got rid of some clothes, and I have some hangers and a dresser that almost fits everything. Thank you.
Almost.
Yeah. Dresser
I
looks
mean-
good on the outside.
Yeah, it does. They were fucking shit to put together, though. But yeah, it's been nice. I feel like we have a place for everything, which is super nice. I feel like we don't have too much stuff, which is nice.
It's a little minimalist. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Like, it's not too minimalist where we look like psychopaths and like we
Yeah.
have no flavor, but
Oh yeah, we definitely have flavor.
flavor. Yeah, there's naked ladies in our bathroom.
At the same time we went. Yeah, we've got naked ladies on our shower curtain. We've got
Naked lady in the bed.
that's me. Nope, just kidding. That's Dallas.
Woo!
We have
I tuck it.
why can't I think of his name? We have Jim Carrey on our bathroom wall. We've got Gracie
Remy.
in a hat. We've got Remy drawn by the beautiful Allie Wallace.
I already gave her credit in this episode.
Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah.
I take it back.
Now we can't even read her question she asked.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Maybe the next episode.
We've got lots of plants, which has always been a dream of mine.
Okay,
and I've
here,
been doing
I'm going to
good
stop her
so
right
far.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
do good, whatever you want. I don't fucking get. There's so many plants in this goddamn
screaming?
apartment. I'm not screaming. The fucking mic would, the recorder would tell me to piss off and start blinking at me. Anyways, there's how many plants do we have? That one's not even alive. Those are flowers. They're like cut. What was that?
It's
lavender.
dried lavender.
Dried
yeah.
lavender. Well, I wish it was a wet lavender just for the joke. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants in this one room because it helps promote oxygen.
Yeah.
And then you just leave the fucking window open the whole time. And then this fan's blowing. So any oxygen that these little cunt bags are giving off, the fan's blowing out the window, and then it's getting all the brake dust from the freeway that we live next to. It's coming in, it's mixing. We have all this shit. These plants are on shelves. Those shelves probably shouldn't even be there because they serve no purpose other than to put plants on.
I mean, I have nothing to say or shitting on my decor, and this is something I've been looking forward to. The shelves served the purpose of the plants because what happened was I found out that there could possibly be asbestos in the ceiling because this building is from the 70s, and so they tell you do not put anything in the ceiling, like don't drill or hang anything from the ceiling.
That's
My original
crazy.
plan was I bought plant hangers so I could hang plants from the ceiling, but I can't do that. So that's where the shelves come in, and I think it looks fucking cute.
It does look fucking cute.
So
but I'm
what's
just
the
saying.
problem? And that's not true because they still help, purify the air, and they're nice. It's nice. It makes me happy to have greenery in the room.
I know.
And it also
We
makes
have
me
greenery
happy.
in the room. It's called pot.
And it also helps me or it doesn't help me. Maybe it helps me. I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of plants because I haven't really been great at it. But so far, I'm doing pretty well. And I feel like I'm accomplishing something.
All right.
So, geez.
That's fine. We actually met someone at Trader Joe's.
Oh,
that-
my best friend.
Yeah, your fucking best friend there. We met someone at Trader Joe's. They collect cactuses, and he was showing us a video. It was actually the cashier.
Yeah.
I was
it's 'cause
checking out.
I had a cactus mask on.
Oh yeah, she's
I'm
wearing her
cool.
mask in the store. Libtard.
Shut up.
And then I was wearing the mask too.
Wear your
Shut up,
mask.
folks. Anyways, I don't care what you do.
Oh, I
Just stay
think
away
you
from
should
me.
wear your mask.
Well, that's fine. I do whatever someone's comfortable with. I respect people's preferences, gender or not.
I do it for people like my dad. Keep them safe. He's got cancer. Ugh, God.
Ugh. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Clearly didn't take care of himself. Now I have to take care of him everywhere I go by wearing a fucking mask.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks, Patrick. So we're checking out in line. I'm buying fucking keto collagen powder because I'm a fucking can't stop listening to Joe Rogan and shit. And
I
it's
bought
like,
pumpkin cream cheese.
Hey, hold on. I'm still talking here. This is why you. I even invited you on the second part of the podcast so you can talk. And it's not gonna happen.
I've been living with Hannah too long.
I know. Anyways, so I'm checking out. You got all your groceries first. He's like, "Oh, I like your mask. I didn't even notice that. Cool cactuses on your mask. That's awesome. You're a cuck like me." And then walking out, and then you're walking out, and and he fucking started I'm like paying for it. I'm putting my chip in the little cock smoky machine. It's saying, "Oh, fuck me again harder with the chip, daddy." And I'm like, "Oh my God," and he's literally like hitting on my girlfriend in front of me, like showing her the videos of his cactus collection.
Hey, check this out.
Yeah, hey, check this out. And I'm like, "What's my PIN number? Does it rhyme with I'm gonna kill this fucking cashier, you piece of shit?" And he's fucking just like spitting game at Kyleigh over there, like, "Oh, I'm a cactus. I collect cactus." And I like peek over to make sure it's not like a collection of his cactuses and all his fucking dick pics or some fucking weird dick Trader Joe's vegan organic plant-based orgies going on in his phone or some shit. And I peek over, and of course it's a bunch of fucking cactuses. And I was like, Jesus, guy is a fucking
collector.
Cuck lector. And I'm just kidding. No disrespect to cucks out there. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Thanks for having people listen to my podcast in front of you. And I looked at him and I was like, "Do you have any peyote?" He's like, yeah, I got a couple peyote. And I was like, "I'll see you again." And I said it straight to his face. I was like, "All right, I'll see you again."
All right, sounds good.
But what I really meant was, I'm going to see you again when I beat the shit out of you for fucking hitting my girlfriend in front of you, piece of shit. He fucking cucked me with his cactuses. I'm so mad. I'm going to beat his ass. I'm going to get the fucking peyote. I'm going to have an Indian vision, a fucking sweat, if you will. I've been watching Longmire's, all kinds of Native Americans. They still like to be called Indians in some places. There's a sense of pride with it. I can still get away with it. Don't fucking cancel me, Twitter. And then I'm gonna be like working at Trader Joe's, and like, I don't know what happened to Eric. He doesn't work here anymore. But would you like to try some peyote? Oh, it's a nice mask you got on, ma'am. Gonna take his place.
Were you that angry?
No, not at all. I don't give a shit.
I know you don't. Wow, it makes me feel great.
Well, I give a shit, but honestly, I looked at him and I was like, I could fold him up like a pretzel. And also, he had peyote. You got to be nice to the guy, I got to sell you out for some peyote. Also, I think
he was just being kind.
Ew. See, that's what I hate about Trader Joe's. I think people are genuinely just trying to be nice there, just to like, because it's like required. It's like on the job description. It's like, how are you nice? It's always cold, and I can smell this woman's hairy armpits next to me at all times at Trader Joe's. No. Yeah.
We live so close to a Trader Joe's. You don't need to know where we live.
Yeah, I was going to say, stop doxing us. Jesus. I posted a picture and my friend was like, "Oh my God, are you next to the 101? Is that the old fucking Vaughn's I used to skate with you at in front of the fucking house where the apartment complex is where you live?" Also, getting back to the old asbestos comment in the ceiling here, I wonder if some of our more sinister neighbors are sleeping next to their spouse and they're just like putting little thumbtack holes in the ceiling, like
that would be funny.
Just like asbestos. Or what if someone doesn't like their roommate and they start like, "Ooh. Look out, Hannah." She probably scared the asbestos away. Found out how she doesn't wipe, and they just like shrieked up down into the second story where those douche neighbors are.
They gave themselves mesothelioma.
Have you given yourself mesothelioma by being a cunt neighbor?
Well, anyways.
What
about you?
My pet peeves? Yeah. I will tell you. Honestly, I don't really know. As far as pet peeves, the only pet peeve I have...
I hate because you were just like literally looking around trying to find something.
Well, I'm just thinking. I'm not looking at your side of the room. It's an immaculate side of the room. There's an Amazon box. There's a dildo. It's great. It's a beautiful place. I think that's my black dildo, though. Give me that back when you have a chance. No, I'm just looking around to see if like something like sparks my memory here, because as far as pet peeves go, I don't really have any so far. The only one I do have, I had before we lived together, and that's the toilet paper, sweetie.
Oh my God.
You should see Kyleigh when she goes to use toilet paper to wipe. Hold on.
Podcast.
I'm going to stop you right there. This is my podcast, and this is the Bad Etiquette podcast. This is exactly where it happens. It looks like she's cosplaying a mummy, or she's like, oh my God, I'm going to be Cleopatra's corpse for Halloween. And she just grabs a fucking, just 2.5 feet of it and just looks like she's like bandaging a gunshot wound every time she goes and wipes her girl wound. It's fucking unfathomable. You should see the look she's giving me. It's the same look I give her when she thinks she's going to get away with just destroying the rolls of toilet paper we have. Okay. There was a Charmin commercial that came on the TV the other day, and it was literally, I was sitting right next to her, and it was like, oh, make sure you're not using too much toilet paper. And it was just like, just look, and you know you're guilty when you're like, nah, that's not me. You know that shit. We're like, yeah. Look right at your face. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really happy that you have the cleanest collection down there. You know, that's awesome.
Thanks.
It's awesome to eat bits of toilet paper. It's great. It feels awesome.
Okay, well, I have 2 things to say.
I cannot wait.
One is I bought that batch of toilet paper that we have right now.
Damn right you did.
Before you lived here. So
can't believe it's still here.
Yeah, and we still have rolls left, so I'd like to say fuck you, and I can use as much as I want.
You're right.
And second is I will literally, I need to say stop saying literally, sorry. I will actually buy all the toilet paper from here on out if you stop saying shit about how much I use.
I think I'm going to buy some just for the joke.
Oh my God.
So this has been a thing going on in our relationship, the entire relationship. She actually bought me like a 12 or 24 pack of toilet paper for Christmas one year. Mm-hmm. It lasted past the next Christmas into the next birthday when I had already ran out of toilet paper. She's bought me 2 packs of toilet paper. They've lasted 3 years in our relationship. I have a clean asshole, folks. I do wipe.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to fucking come find out?
No.
Oh, well, you better shit it. Yeah, you can turn the light on. It's getting kind of dark in here.
Spooky.
Anyways, should I look at the suggestions for this week's episode?
Oh, sure.
Let's see what we got here. So I asked everyone.
Wait, sorry. Before we move on.
Yeah.
That was truly your only pet peeve so far is the amount of toilet paper that I use?
Yeah, and honestly, I think that, and then just like anything I want to consume, eat, or drink, you have something to say about, which is the absolute word. You're like the personal trainer that everyone thinks they want to be like, should you really be eating that? And you're in my house.
Mm-hmm. You're also in
and
my
I
house.
did not hire you.
Here's the thing.
Nah. I'm good.
Okay.
No, go ahead. Here's the thing. What?
No, because it was gonna annoy you beyond belief, and I don't even want to deal with it. Either way, if those are your 2 complaints, I don't give a shit. I have been.
Yeah, I know you wiped it all up.
Meals. I've been cleaning all the dishes.
Oh, I know. See, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't even have.
What do you have to complain? I'm just trying to prove to you that I'll make a great housewife when you're making millions and I'm sitting at home on my ass. Because I won't be. I'll be cleaning and cooking.
That's beautiful.
I'm so good.
If I'm making millions, you're going to be on vacation with me, and we're going to have Consuela at the house doing all that, okay?
No.
Okay, she can be Russian. It doesn't matter. But I'm not going to hire some American to clean my house. They'd know too much. It might be one of my fans. I'm going to hire someone outside the company.
Okay, whatever. Anyways.
Consuela, Dallas, that was racially charged.
That was racially charged.
It's okay. I'm literally going to hire the maid from Family Guy.
Oh, okay.
No, that Bronson's not here. Dude, that'd be awesome. If I'm going to dress someone up.
Cartoon maid?
Yeah.
Would be awesome.
Dude, oh my God. Literally have cartoons walking around. I'd have Cheryl Carroll from Archer walking around.
Ooh,
asking her
cool.
to choke me. Or asking me to choke her.
Okay.
Just if I can't choke a human woman, then I'd go to jail. Depending on which province I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Time to look at the suggestions.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Keep me on track.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You graduated from girlfriend to assistant real quick. Okay. So I got a couple here.
That's
I answered
okay.
some. What?
I said that's okay.
That's okay. I had 2 people say butts. They want me to talk about butts on the podcast.
Okay.
No offense, but I don't give a shit about butts right now.
Oh, what are you into?
Your butt and my butt, and that's it.
And
But
the
like
amount of toilet paper we're using on
exactly. Jesus.
He's such an adult now, folks.
No, seriously though. This is episode number 69, and I thought about making it almost entirely like sexual based and putting it on like a paywall and having people like pay for it to see
You
if.
think people would have done that?
No, I think I'd charge 69 cents. They might.
Cool.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
That one was deep. That was like a real good one.
Are you gonna keep saying for Hannah?
I already did on this podcast. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
when are you gonna have Hannah on?
As soon as my speakers can handle her fucking booming.
Would you have Hannah on by herself, or would it be me and Hannah? I'd actually really like to hear like you and Hannah have a genuine conversation. The two of you.
I would too, because I always picture breaking
I think
down
she acts
to like
a lot
deeper.
cooler with you than she does when it's all 3 of us.
Well, I like so.
That wasn't supposed to be offensive, by the way. I just mean like I feel like she has a lot calmer of a vibe.
Yeah,
when
no,
it's just
I
the
think
2
she.
of you.
I think she matches my tone
Mm-hmm.
when it's just her and I
Yeah.
like that because it can. She'll be like more like serious, which I appreciate because as goofy and as comic-y as I try to be, I'm a old cranky grump.
Yeah, that's not really how you are. IRL.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, back to the butts.
back to the
Get back
butts.
to the real topic.
Yeah, we can talk about butts,
well,
dude.
okay.
Well, okay.
We're talking about butts. Like, what do you need out of a butt that you consider it a good butt? What do you need?
It doesn't have to be a big butt. It doesn't have to be like some giant butt. I think a good butt is just a good shape. Like it looks like you work out, you squat, there's a butt there. It can be a small butt as long as it has like a good enough shape to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some butts. We were in Trader Joe's actually, and it was like this. It was unfortunately this obese woman, and I was like, "That's crazy." I wonder if when people say I like big butts, they are talking about the fucking solar system she had over there.
I'm sure they are. Everyone has.
Maybe
a
someone does.
preference.
Because then I was thinking, I was like, if I say I like big butts, I'm not talking about her. You know, God rest her soul in 6 months. But don't give me that look. I'm not the one who fed her. And then I was thinking, I was like, what kind's got a fucking dump truck? That's the kind I like. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like butts. I like the jiggly ones. I like the firm ones. You know, like.
I wish I had a jiggly butt.
You wish you had a jiggly butt?
Yeah.
I could make it jiggle. Just like give me some like good slapping. You know, like I'll just stand there. I'll slap it around. Give it some.
My butt's surprisingly very muscular.
It's not surprisingly. We used to be competitive power lifters.
But it's always been that way. And like as soon as I do like some squats, it like activates those muscles. And it's just like, it's very firm.
It's because you have been an active person in your life. You did gymnastics. You did me. You did powerlifting. You did jujitsu. You know, the
Ice skating.
ice skating. Sure, that make your shins nice and firm. And my shins hurt. But yeah, what about you? When do you what kind of butt is like good enough where you like point it out to me so you can like give me the okay to look? When do you signal when you're like, hey Dallas, that's a good butt. Look at that butt. Did you see her butt? And then I have to be like, what? Ma, missed it. Even though I clocked it 10 seconds before you did.
I don't know. I think just if it's big. I think that I am pretty. I think I like a lot of butts, but I think if I'm telling you like, oh Dallas, there's a butt, it's because I think that you'd like it.
That's nice. Thank you.
Which in my head, it's just like a big jiggly ass.
Yeah, hell yeah. Who doesn't love a big jiggly ass? But even, and well, listen, I'm saying like, even if it's a small one, if it's just like a little C, they have a little C on
Here's
their
the
back.
thing is I think I'm still in my head thinking of like what the beauty standard is like in the media.
Yeah.
And I don't realize how many other types of men actually do like and appreciate.
Oh yeah.
So I'm unaware of that. And so I only think it's like one very specific type that's like nearly unattainable.
No, not
and
at
so
all.
That's what I'm pointing out to you.
No, there's all kinds of different butts. There's like the big jiggly ones where like,
is.
but like butts that men appreciate. There's like the small
well,
tight little
so
runner
much more
butts.
To worry about.
Yeah, fucking catch up.
Just
and then
I'm not worried.
Yeah, you shouldn't be worried. And then there's like the CrossFit butts. There's like the freaking.
There was a girl with a butt at the gym that we went to the first time.
Oh yeah.
And I assume it was basically a CrossFit butt. But she also had on those, I don't know if you'll know about these, but I'm sure some ladies listening, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of lady listeners.
No. Okay. Well, the Gymshark leggings,
I know.
They like kind of, I
brand.
think they're made to like accentuate your butt. But anyways, they did a great job. She was super tiny. Like she had a very slim waist, slim arms, slim, like not, I kind of feel bad that I'm talking about this woman's body.
Why?
Well, actually, no, I don't, because she loved her body and she was very proud of it, which she should have been because she looked amazing. All she was doing was posing in the mirror, and good for her.
Yeah.
That's
definitely that kind of gym.
She had like tiny legs, but she had a butt for sure. Like it was nice and big and perky and stuck. It was the thing on her that stuck out the most. Which she worked
missed
for that.
it.
And she did a great job.
I did not see any butts at that gym. I was on the treadmill and then in that little private room, and there was 2 women working out in there, and I already felt like I was invading their female space enough as it is. Well, that's what, and I started grunting, so they'd leave.
Oh my God.
But I even faced away from the mirror, so it didn't look like I faced away from her, so it didn't look like I was looking at her when she was doing her workouts. Because I was like, oh God, should she think I'm going to be like gawking at her and I'm here to like look at her butt? And, so she could have had a butt and I would have no idea. But I feel like the gym that's not where you go to be looked at. You get in shape there to go be looked at outside of the gym. So when I'm at the gym, I don't want to look at anyone. Unless it's other guys and they have like muscles that I want, or I can tell that they're on steroids, then I could be like, do you have the steroids I want? And other than that, like I try my best to be. I look at other
ladies in the gym and I say, "What are you doing that you look like that?"
Well, that's kind of my mentality towards like the guys. I'm like, what are they doing to where they look like that? So to speak. So that's.
How many days are you here? Because I'm thinking once a week. Just kidding.
Yeah. But yeah, and that the gym that we had went to the first time, that is definitely like a nice, and you can smell. No one passed the smell test there as far as like nice, beautiful performance enhancing supplements they have.
Gotcha.
So I'm sure that woman, God respectfully, her butt and everything, might have had some supplemental enhancements.
She was tiny everywhere else though.
That's called Anavar. It's it's cheerleaders take it a lot actually.
All right, well, hook a sister up.
You got it. Black market coming up. Anyways.
What was there anything else people wanted to talk
Yeah,
about?
of course. Yeah, of course, definitely. You know, I do too. So, coming up. Here. Let's do this.
Bye.
All right. Sorry, we had to have a quick bathroom break. Good timing too. We're like, we're synchronized. Our like cycles have synchronized. We have to pee at the same times now.
You're so cute.
All right, so back to these suggestions and questions. I had a lovely time speaking with all of you folks on the Instagram about vitamins and supplements and shit, and shitting on some of you people and getting some shit back. It was fun. But vitamins, again, people want to talk about vitamins. I don't want to talk about vitamins.
Okay. Did you already talk about vitamins?
Good pal, not here. I mean, I don't want to talk about it any more than I already did on the podcast. I was just kind of asking, or on the Instagram.
I take D3.
Nice.
It's good for your immune system. I also take...
It's actually a hormone. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually a hormone. Isn't that crazy?
What do you mean?
Well, like people who have estrogen, progesterone, D3. D3 is like one of your hormones. Like vitamin D is a hormone, and it like helps regulate your hormones by having it. So people that don't have enough vitamin D might have slight hormonal imbalance.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Anyways, keep going. What else do you take?
What did I say? D3. Don't tell me that. It's a hormone,
Woo.
apparently.
Yep.
Okay. You can fact check on that because I don't know. B12. I love a good B12. Helps with energy levels. That's what the bottle tells me. And biotin.
Yeah, and look at your beautiful hair, nails.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a girl. You always have some like fake weird shit on your nails anyway. I can't tell if they're doing good or not. But
Wow. Okay.
What else you got?
Anyways, actually that's it. On occasion, I will take oil of oregano, but I hate burping it up. It's disgusting. It makes me puke almost every time.
do you take fish oil?
No.
Really? Because you don't like burping it up, or what?
Well, no. It's just vitamins are expensive. I picked my three most important, and those were the three. Because before when I was living with my parents, I just stole whatever vitamins were in their cabinet. I thought they'll never notice.
They'll never notice. And then your dad got cancer, so it's honestly your fault.
No, that's not how it went. Anyways, and so before I moved, I was like, shit, I should buy myself some vitamins, especially because I think the most important thing you can do in the middle of a pandemic is make sure you're taking care of yourself and your immune system is strong. And so that was important to me, and that's what I did. And anyways, those are the vitamins I take. I could probably take more, but that's it for right now, folks.
Nice. Well,
if you have any suggestions,
don't worry, there's more. So
DM me.
I do, and then our next suggestion comes from podcast alumni Aiden.
Ooh, okay.
He said probably some dumb shit like vitamins and supplements.
Perfect. Okay.
My friend Felix says, "Do you suck titty?" in quotes by Andrew Schultz.
Yes, he does.
I love Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz.
Yes, he does. And the aforementioned artist Allie Wallace. She's actually a photographer, but she did some cool drawings. I don't know if she wants. She's both. Whatever.
She's an artist, a photographer. She's everything.
She's not my everything though, so I'm not worried about it. She is suggesting.
I just thought she's good at everything.
Yeah, I'd love to see her skate. All right. She said, "What living with two women is like, something I have never had to put up with in my life."
Let me tell you, living with two fucking bitches has been the worst.
Honestly, I'm waiting for these two's little frickin' cycles to sync up, and then what it will feel like to have the Axis powers against little old France are here, because I'm terrified of seeing what each of you are like and how you interact every 28 days or so. I know that's kind of like hack to like content, but that is a genuine curiosity of mine.
It does happen because when I was working at daycare, that happened with me and my boss.
Wow.
And
That's so crazy that like other people's bodies will be like, now's the time.
yeah.
Like
Here's
they'll just
the
agree
thing,
with
though,
each other. What?
is well, never mind. This is probably too personal information I can't be sharing.
Okay.
I don't know if like birth control affects whether or not your cycle will sync up with someone or not, because I think it's like a pretty it can be a pretty strict schedule. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm pretty stupid when it comes to birth control. But hey, no babies yet, so how
Can't be that stupid.
yeah, but I don't know. Sounds scary though.
It's terrifying. So far living with two women, all I can say is that there's a variety of fucking plants around the place. There's everything has to be an effect of cute in some capacity. Also, sometimes your roommate orders something that they can pick up at the store. Like, let's say, I don't know, wild random example, a can opener. Sometimes your like roommates will Amazon a can opener that you can just order from the grocery store that you can see out of your window.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a grocery store right here.
Is that but
you can get a can opener right there. As far as I can tell, yeah, because women are not nearly as pragmatic or practical. They're doing the shopping, they're addicted to shopping, all that shit, all the stereotypes. It's right there.
I'll defend it by saying we've lived with each other before you got here for a month and hadn't needed a can opener, so I think she thought it'll be nice to have it once it's here, but we're not going to need it in the meantime, so it's fine to just order it. And it probably was really cheap on Amazon. She has Prime, so
it took 2 fucking weeks to get here.
It took a really long time, and actually in the meantime before her ordering it, we needed it really bad.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to put your defense to rest. And I'm going to move on to the next suggestion.
Okay,
oh, wait,
your answers were stupid.
Okay, listen. You know what it's like living with 2 fucking women?
Also, you can't say the plant thing because Allie literally bought us a plant for our house. She's part of the problem.
Yeah, she's literally part of the problem.
We love your plant, by the way. Thank you so much. Your little prayer plant looks really beautiful. It's in the living room. Dalsa's looking around for it in our
I was
going
to say, I don't think I know which one it is. It's the living room with it's a common place. No, I know which one it is. It's the one with the soil you spit all over your car.
I did. There's a lot of soil in my car.
Yeah, which is still in there for some reason.
Do you have a vacuum that I could vacuum it up?
I don't know. Did you ever think about just grabbing the fucking floor mat and just chucking the soil off of it and putting it back? Because there's also vacuums at car wash centers, sweetie. Well, I'm glad that thought had never occurred to you. Now I feel like a genius. So living with 2 women, I think it's a little too early to tell. And same thing with the pet peeves with good old fucking Kyle over here. I have no idea if it's good or bad yet. It's bad or good. Everything is organic in some capacity, or everything's cute or like handmade or like painted, or there has to be like some sort of like artisan component to it. It's really strange.
Or wooden bowls that we have to wash.
There's wooden bowls, which are, turns out, the best bowls we have, and the most difficult to take care of. First of all, you can't put them in the fucking microwave. Turns out microwaves burn wood. Secondly, you can't put them in the dishwasher. Turns out water ruins wood. But you have to wash them with soap and water. I don't know. Anyways, they're my favorite bowls, and I fucking hate them. So that might tell you something.
I like them.
She likes them, and I'm not trying to like bash my roommate too much here. So I'm gonna move on to Hannah. Just kidding. I don't know. At first, I was really concerned that my identity as a man and as a person would be erased, and I wouldn't have any like way to express myself or have any like space or personal solitude. And you know, I've been here for 10 days, and I think I can safely say that I was right. So I think it's too early to tell what it's like living with 2 women. I'm pretty sure I have to tiptoe around on eggshells before I hurt someone's cute feelings. But that's before I lived with them, so Who knows?
See, my thought is that
What's it like living with a man?
I don't think have we ever spent this long together consecutively?
Like me and you, or me and you and
You
Hannah?
and me.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
So my thought is it's going to get easier because, like I've said before, which I know I haven't said on the podcast, but personally, I have said that the more time we spend together, I feel like the better we do.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think the more we just like understand each other and kind of
We
like,
synchronize. Our cycles sync up.
Exactly. So I kind of think that it's only going to get better. So I think good trial run.
Yeah.
And I personally think it'll only get easier as opposed to like getting worse. Because also more personal time will come between even the three of us, because right now things are still weird and like settling in, and like none of us have jobs right now, so we're all home all the time, which is kind of weird. But eventually, like, we're gonna enjoy seeing each other in the house because we won't all be home all the time, you know?
Yeah. And for those of you who are saying, oh my God, you don't have jobs? How are you paying for things? We worked and saved money, so we didn't have to yet.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is a really good tip, and that was a tip I learned from a lot of people, was when you're moving to a new place, it's nice to have some money in savings that you can depend on for the first even couple of months of living in a new area, so you can explore a little bit and settle in and feel comfortable before you have to start working all the time.
Yeah. And
I think it's a good thing to do.
Do you like this area?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I really do, actually. It feels nice, but it's also like just a really... It's a really weird time in the world to be moving to a new area and trying to get to know it, because there's a lot of
restrictions.
a lot of
closures,
restrictions and
lockdowns.
separations between just people.
Society, man.
Yeah, so it is really odd, but you know what, I've honestly already met some really amazing people who have made me feel like family, which is super nice. And I feel really comfortable here. Safety wise, I feel a lot safer here than honestly like I did going into like Santa Maria and stuff.
Yeah, that's because Santa Maria is a
Lompoc.
shithole. Sorry to all my friends who live there, but
and
you
like
probably live in a
Lompoc.
nice place.
Don't get me wrong, I like Lompoc, but I still feel safer here. I feel like I can be more independent. I obviously like the beaches more here because they're nice and they're warm. They just feel cozy.
Yeah, a lot less
And they're
cigarette
closer.
butts. And there's such a heavy surf culture that these beaches are like dominated by people who actually want to fucking be there.
Yeah.
And it's not like
It's not a
touristy
party.
to the
It's not a
extent where
party.
it's just like a bunch of kids
Mhm.
and gross people.
Exactly.
We haven't been to the nude beach yet though, so I don't know.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I do really like it here, and I also I've never honestly lived in a place where there was so much around here, and I know there's so much around here that I haven't even discovered yet.
Yeah.
But there's so many things here that we didn't have where we lived before.
Name two.
Macaroni Grill and Sonic.
Nice.
An indoor skydiving place. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of things. It's just nice, yeah. I so far have really enjoyed it. How about you? Do you like where we live?
I like where we live. Traffic's a little much. I gotta be honest with you. Ever since we went to Tennessee and came back, I realized that everywhere is so similar to itself that I don't know if I've ever been somewhere that was so different that I necessarily enjoyed it more. Like the most I can consider is where I feel safer and where my family is.
Okay.
Like those are what's important. Like I know where my family is, so I love the Central Coast. I feel safer where we are right here. I love that. I don't necessarily think that like, oh, I get to see more shopping centers somewhere is better, and I don't necessarily value one's wildlife more than the other,
Well, they're pretty
necessarily.
similar.
They're very similar.
Except
Same
for
state.
the beaches, I think the beaches are always.
I do prefer the
warmer
beaches
here.
here. Yeah. Like so far, like there's no like famous stars and straps trash, around here on the beach.
Yeah. I think.
Although I did find a really trashy beach yesterday. Turns out it does exist. There are like places, all you Pirates Cove. What is that? Pirates Cove? Is that what it's called? All you Pirates Cove trash people would feel very comfortable in certain spots here. I know already, so don't worry. You can come visit.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a little bit of like a slower, more relaxed pace here, almost.
Yeah. A lot of Trump flags. A lot of Trump
stuff.
stuff.
But at least where I was living on the Central Coast, there were also a lot of Trump flags, so that's nothing.
Oh, so you feel at home both places?
No, I don't feel at home, but I do feel indifferent. I mean, not indifferent. I feel different, but I
am unfazed. You're used to it.
I've seen them, but I don't know. I do really like it here, and also it's to me, really fucking nice to be away from the Central Coast.
It is. I'm really excited to gain perspective on where we grew up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited to see what my mind and body interacts with differently when I'm back home, when I'm visiting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, stop doing that. You stress me out. Going, you doing it? Is the mic on?
Yes.
Okay, thank God. I would have been very upset because I can't hear whether you're talking or not in there.
Maybe you should have kept your headphones
Well,
on.
maybe I wanted to even the score a little bit. All right, do you want to hear the next suggestion?
Sure.
Butt stuff.
This is a question for you, not for me.
But no, it's not the question. I said, well, what will I talk about in the new podcast?
Okay. Well, go ahead.
I got nothing. You got anything about butt stuff?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. Next one says vitamins, lots of vitamins, vitamins everywhere.
I literally have nothing to say. I already told the people what I take.
That's beautiful.
I think if you have stomach issues, take a probiotic.
Yeah. Also, if you guys are not taking probiotic, if you're not taking something to keep your gut biome up to date and not ravaged by the shit food you eat, just like I do, I don't really care about your fucking anxiety and mental health problems because you're literally the one that could be changing it for the better, and you're just sitting there feeling sorry for yourself and then clogging up my fucking social media feed with your self-pity. But also, if you're my friend, DM me. I'll suggest some things.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Lastly, why isn't weed legalized at the federal level?
I don't know. This sounds like a political issue. I don't know.
I don't think it's political at all. Although
Ask me in Arkansas.
Ask you in Arkansas. Oof. Yeah. Honestly, one of the most strange things is that it's decriminalized and legalized in so many states, and then federally they're like, nope, no. Especially when you realize it's such like just that it's a plant. Like at first when I was a kid, I was like, you guys are obsessed about a plant. You're stupid. And then I realized, I was like, oh wait, you guys just like the plant. The people that are obsessed with a plant are the people who are literally putting like innocent people in prison.
Yeah.
Like locking them up.
Here's the thing.
Yes, what's the thing?
Okay, that was Dallas, not me. Just
Yeah.
so clear.
That's her queef.
I did just punch the microphone in my chin, though. To me, weed is not any worse than alcohol. Obviously, I know that's not a crazy opinion. A lot of people have that opinion. I enjoy marijuana just like I enjoy alcohol. I abuse it. Just kidding. But but I think that there's totally the people, like I've known a lot of people who have abused it and they're just fucking stupid
Yeah.
in the head
Smoke
now because
themselves
it's all
dumb.
they can do.
Yeah.
Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They can just
I
smoke
will
weed.
say that people that are like that, I think, weren't gonna go far anyways because they got sucked into the complete platitudes.
To me, it's the same as being an alcoholic. Like, there's just gonna be those people that cannot handle it, and they need help.
Yeah, there is a huge difference between the amount of people that die every year from drinking and drunk driving
I'm not saying
accidents.
I'm not gauging, or I'm not comparing the medical issues that one might have between alcohol and marijuana. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Okay.
stupidity wise
Mhm.
and being like useless to our society. There's the people who abuse both.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. I can only assume that it's still illegal federally because they have fucked up so severely, and it would be such an embarrassment for all of the people that they put away for harmless marijuana crimes.
Yeah.
And it's just
Non-violent drug offenses.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing, and they'd have to be admitting that they were wrong, and they can't do that.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
I assume that that's why, but I honestly, I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I think that is one of the best observations. Is I think it would be very embarrassing for the federal government to be like, "Oh, hey, I know
okay.
we just put a lot of black people and a lot of people of color in prison, and maybe even some white people for the plant we made illegal, but it's legal now. Thanks for all the free labor, aka slavery in prison. Appreciate it. Gotta go bye." They're just not going to do that.
I have a question though, and
Yeah.
this might sound so stupid, but
That's okay.
I'm
This is the right
pretty
podcast for it.
unaware. When they made weed, I can't even talk. When they
Yeah.
made weed legal in
Mhm.
California, not just medically,
Mhm.
but
Recreationally, yeah.
were people that were in jail in California for nonviolent
Drug offenses.
drug
yeah.
offenses released, or are they still in prison?
I'm pretty sure a lot of them are still in prison.
Well, that's fucked up.
I don't know for a fact, so if anyone does know, and
DM us.
yeah,
Please. I'm
fucking
so curious.
tweet me, fucking.
But honestly, yeah, to me that's so wrong. If you're gonna make it legal, you need to release all of those people.
Well, and here's another even more compounding reality.
Mm-hmm.
When you institutionalize someone like that, someone who was innocent for something like that, they're in a completely different, chaotic, toxic environment. And you may have radicalized this person, and you may have turned someone who was just enjoying a plant into a real fucking criminal. And then you could argue that they're releasing real fucking criminals, which is terrifying to think about because it really challenges your morals of like, should this person be imprisoned? Should they be incarcerated? But also, are they now worth incarcerating because they're a menace to society? And it's this weird catch-22, and it brings into question like cognitive dissonance and just having like a whole bigger conversation on a case-to-case basis.
Feels like I need a psychology degree to do that.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, I mean, you don't have you don't have to have a degree to do anything on this podcast. It's just a fart in the wind, if you will.
To make that argument,
Yeah.
to make that decision,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I think one would be case by case. Like, you can't just.
And think about how many people wouldn't make it.
That's not something you can like group someone into. Like, you can't group certain people into that, or just like.
Yeah, no generalizations.
Yeah, I think that would totally be case by case situation.
If I was put into prison for weed in say 2005 for whatever reason, and only thing I ever had was, maybe I had like an ounce of weed on me, liked weed, bought a lot of it, had some money, got caught with it, they put me in prison, and then I was jumped, and these people were gonna kill me unless I defended myself, and maybe I hurt one of them critically, or maybe I killed one of them, and now I'm a criminal, and now I'm in prison, not for weed, but I'm staying there for manslaughter or first degree murder. Like, that's a complicated situation, and I know there's people that have been put in these complicated situations
Oh yeah, 1000%.
that shouldn't have been there
I've known
in the
someone
first
in a
place.
complicated situation. I won't name them.
That's
But
horrible.
also at the same time, I think a lot about you and I
Yeah.
getting caught in I was gonna say Arizona, Arkansas,
Yeah.
with the marijuana.
We had maybe
I know,
half of
but
a gram.
I just have to think. I just have to put myself in a situation, which I truly can't. But if we weren't white, would we have been treated the same way? Because I lied to the cop. I told him I didn't have anything.
Oh yeah.
For a long time. And then I couldn't, and then he told me he was going to search my car, which I didn't even know that I had the right to say no.
Yeah.
Because I was stupid.
Well, not stupid, just you were uneducated to the Fourth Amendment.
I was uneducated, and I was just scared because you weren't in the car with me anymore. You were in the cop car at that point. I just, with everything else going on, like, I just have to assume that there was probably a lot of situations like that ended so much differently because they weren't white. And
it's one of the biggest egregiances is
because that traumatized me.
And you got to think about how many times cops can just say, I smell weed, just because they suspect it.
And there's no way he smelled that weed.
It's hilarious.
Months before leaving for that trip, and I had forgotten that I even had it. It just so happened that I kept it in my purse.
A little nugget of weed. It was hilarious. He literally, at the end of it, had us just dump it on the side of the road. It was so small, Kyleigh thought we were going to be able to keep it. And I was like, no, we got to dump that. Just let it go. And here's the thing. Here's the reason why I think they let us go, notwithstanding we're a couple of whiteys just like them. They saw our California license plate. It was 2017, so weed had been legal for 4 or 5 months so far.
Yeah.
It had the lure of being a California plate in Arkansas. They're thinking, yes, weed is legal. People are buying tons of it. They're bringing it across state lines. He pulled me over because I was in something that you fucking pieces of ordinary garbage out there called the passing lane. In California, it's called the fast lane. We don't have a passing lane. We just go fast in that lane. And if you're in that lane going slow, you're a cunt. That's all there is to it. So Kyleigh, and he says, oh, you were in the passing lane. And the cop says, you're in the passing lane. It can't be there. And I said, well, that doesn't make sense. I was passing everyone.
No, you didn't say that. You just said, oh, sorry.
But to you,
didn't know that.
You said, I was like, I don't even know why the fuck we even got pulled over. I wasn't speeding. And you had told me, like, well, you were in the passing lane. And I was like, yeah, I was passing everyone. And I remember that interaction with you.
It was so traumatic to me.
I was sitting in the cop car looking at all the, like, fake IDs that he had on his roof. It was hilarious.
He wasn't interrogating you as much as he was interrogating me because he thought I had the weed.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't.
And then he said I looked high, which is hilarious because at that point I had probably smoked weed 4 times in my life. Yeah. And the 4th time was months before this.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. Cops are idiots sometimes, especially when they're just looking for a bust day. Like he thought he,
But do you remember this? Because we had passed a skunk like a mile before.
No, I don't remember that.
Okay. Well, I know the car smelled like skunk because we had passed a skunk, and I had even tried to tell him that, and he was like, oh, yeah, I know the difference between skunk and weed.
Which evidently not. He did not. And I don't think anyone in Arkansas can tell. No. If we're coming from California and our weed smelled like a skunk, you should have arrested us for being such pieces of garbage because we have some fucking dank ass weed in here, and it does not smell like a stupid skunk. This isn't the 1990s. Yep. Yeah. He was younger than me. He looked like he was 19.
Horrible. Yeah, he looked like he was our age. Either way, I was on the phone with my mom, who did not know I smoked weed. She pretends like she doesn't know that she heard me tell the cop I did have weed, and I pretend like she didn't hear me, and it's just a mutual agreement among us. But I, in fact, did have some weed on me, and I feel very privileged that situation turned out the way it did because it was really scary.
Mighty white of you.
And I did lie to him many a time before I finally said, okay, I do have a little bit of weed in my purse. Which, in the end, he didn't even check my purse, so I probably could have just taken my purse with me and said, search the car, that's fine, and he wouldn't have found anything, but I didn't because I'm a dumbass.
That's okay. We know better now. And also, they searched. It didn't really dawn on me, like, what was going on until we were standing on the side of the highway, like, 20 feet from the Stady's car and our car. And then they were, like, popping the trunk, and then I was like...
They went through our luggage.
They popped the hood.
Yeah, that was
And
insane.
then I went, oh, they're looking for a drug bust. And you know what happened? We had just woken up, just left the hotel, barely got Starbucks coffee.
It wasn't even 8 a.m.,
Not
guys.
even, it was like 7 something. We've been driving for days. I'm exhausted. He puts me in the cop car. And he's like, where are you guys going? I'm like, Tennessee, to like Nashville area. It's where she grew up. And he's like, why are you going over there? And I was like, I don't know, just, checking it out. Like, it's cool. I didn't have an answer for him. It didn't dawn on me to say, oh, well, actually, we were driving over there, see if this would be a beautiful place to move. We're looking at some apartments. Maybe I didn't even occur to me why we were going because I was so, like, half asleep. So he was like, I ain't buying that shit. You're just going for the heck of it? I don't think so, drug smuggler. He thought I was like a bad liar or something.
Yeah.
And it turns out we were just idiots that had like 1/2 of a gram of weed.
Yikes.
Fucking hilarious. Searched the whole car, sex toys and all, I'm sure. Ugh, fucking hilarious. You know how many cock rings he probably got caught on his fingers, this fucking noob.
Wow.
Trauma bonded. Anyways, so I don't know why weed is legal at the federal level to put it in a short. Beats me.
Decriminalize.
Legalize and
Right?
decriminalize. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's all I know about that.
That's all I know about that.
I don't know.
Got anything more to add? This is our first episode.
I know. I hope I'm on a lot more episodes.
You probably will be by default.
Cool.
You think I was going to meet a bunch of strangers and be like, hey, come on over to my podcast.
The Etiquette podcast hosted by Dallas Bronson / Kyleigh Montgomery.
You're just going to be a beautiful co-host. Just like Remy was a co-host.
Yeah, just replace a dog.
No, you can't replace him, but you can lay on the bed and lick your crotch like he does during the podcasts.
I'm happy to be living with you. It kind of still feels fake.
Yeah.
Because I think it took us... I mean, we've been dating for 6 years, and we finally moved in together, so it feels like...
Like it's not really happening yet.
It feels like our parents are just letting us have a really long sleepover.
Yeah. Which is so sad, because we're like in our mid-20s.
Yeah, I know, but I don't feel like it yet.
I don't feel like it yet either.
I don't know when I will either.
Just by like the way I jump on the bed still, I'm like, yeah, I'm still a kid. No one takes me seriously as an adult male.
But I wonder if this is like what people mean, because you know how like you'll ask like your parents or whatever.
Yeah.
And you'll ask them if they feel their age, and they'll say, no, I still feel like I'm 30 or whatever. I wonder if like that's what they mean, because I still will accidentally refer to myself as a teenager.
All the time.
And
it's
I'm
embarrassing.
not a fucking teenager.
By like 5 years. Get over it.
But I still think that like people who are probably only like 7 years older than me look at me and think I'm a child.
Which is, again, adorable.
Oh, I'm sure it's adorable. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but it's cool. I like living on my own. It's been nice. I think I've taken on the responsibility well.
It's too soon for me to tell, folks. I don't know.
Give them a month. I've been here almost 2 months, so it's not really fair to say yet. I think we need to do
I will say, the past 2 or 3 years living at my mom's, she wasn't around a lot, at least in the house a lot. She spent a lot of time at her boyfriend's, so I felt like I was living on my own often.
But I think it's still different because there's still the sense of you've been living there since you were, 16?
Yeah.
And it's still your mom's place. You're not paying for it, like the responsibility really isn't yours. There's a lot of difference when when it's a place like you and kind of found on your own.
Yeah.
You moved all your stuff into it.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying for it. There's no one else to rely on. You know what I mean?
That's true. So maybe the struggles become more apparent, and then it'll really feel like I'm living on my own.
Yeah, I think you just appreciate it more. But I mean, I think when I was where you are, 2 weeks? You've been living here 2 weeks?
10 days.
10 days. It still felt like I was on vacation. Like, it felt like I was just, like, on a trip or something.
That's kind of how I feel.
I think now it's just started to settle in that, like, this is my place and I feel really comfortable. Or I feel comfortable and I feel, like, prideful and, like, I want to take care of it because it's my place.
Yeah. I feel like so much of this stuff isn't mine here.
Mm-hmm.
It feels similar to when I lived with someone else, like my mom, to where, like, that's not my spice cabinet organizer. Yeah. I don't care what happens to this thing necessarily.
Less stuff than I thought you were going to.
Really?
That was yours, yeah. And I was fully expecting, like, that's why I left this whole thing blank.
Oh.
That's why, like...
Yeah, don't worry.
Most of the bathroom is blank.
But this is my space now.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to bring a bunch of old life stuff there. I didn't want to just move rooms.
Uh-huh.
I want to fill this with the next chapter's version of what
I get you.
interested in exploring or decorating with or articulating. Like I absolutely want a Thompson for Sheriff poster up. I've wanted one framed for a long time. I love Hunter S. Thompson, and I think it's a cool, like, vaguely, like, political poster, It's cool. I like it. Not political, but it's like a campaign poster. I love that.
For what?
For Sheriff. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Hunter S. Thompson ran for sheriff in Aspen, Colorado in, I want to say 1974, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That's probably a big mistake. I have no idea. He didn't win, but it was just really cool. Like, it was really close.
Yeah.
He almost won.
Cool.
Yeah. He actually shaved his head. This is how long ago this was. He shaved his head so he could tell the listeners when he's campaigning, my long-haired hippie opponent here to the current sheriff, because they hated hippies back then. Like, the way, like, people probably dislike, I don't know, millennials now is like how they thought of hippies then, I'm sure. Just like an equivalent of liberals. Nah, there was liberals back then, though. They were adult. Yeah, I guess they were hippies,
really
too.
Like liberals. People are tolerant of Democrats, but people hate liberals, I think. Or the older generation.
I think, like leftists. Like, people can't stand leftists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, liberals, that's like tame now. Leftists, those are the ones everyone's like,
okay.
How dare you?
Fair enough.
I mean, it's a thin line. It's like there's a thin line between the difference of them.
Well, I wanted to make sure that I left room. So if you wanted to bring stuff from your old room, you could, and it would still feel like it was also your room, because that is important to me, and I'm excited to see what you add to the house.
Thank you. I'm excited to see what I can add and how I can express myself, but not just in, like, material ways, but more just like what sense of like, whether it be protection or like a home that I can make it to.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think it's far too soon, and I think we should redo this in at least a month or two.
Yeah, we can just check up, just have constant, like, developments,
Yeah.
It's going to be weird. I really don't know how the podcast is going to be for the next few months or so, because, like, I know people are not going to be thrilled just listening to me by myself every week. I need to have some people here. I need to learn some people, need to meet some people. Yeah. Need to open my
mean,
horizon
hey,
or
you
borders
I
here.
think that people will be excited to hear the episode when you do it with Hannah, because people have heard Hannah's name on this podcast almost since the beginning, but they've never heard her really talk. And
It's true.
she is a cool girl on Instagram, so people would probably listen.
That's true.
I mean, I think people will be interested because you don't really hear her talk. Like, she posts really cool things on Instagram. We've mentioned her a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But no one's ever really heard from her.
Which is crazy because I feel like
She talks all the time.
can't stop hearing her.
But no, that would be a cool episode.
Yeah.
I think that if you'd like me to help you brainstorm just for like
Fucking A.
specific episodes, because like I think it was really fun when we did like that music episode. Like,
That was
we could
great.
Come up with things like that.
I want to do one where we watch a movie.
Yeah, I would love that too.
Yeah. Maybe we could even do commentary for a movie. Watch
Maybe.
a movie and
I
then
don't
do
know how that works,
commentary.
but I would, because I know that I have at least a movie in my head right now that I know you haven't watched, and I have that is really important to me, and
Okay.
I know you have that because
Yeah.
you have so many movies you love.
Thank you.
So, and also like we could just go and do things around here and then talk about our experience doing that. Like, there's so
Hell
much
yeah.
we can do. I don't think you need to worry about it.
We were in a thrift store today, and Kyleigh was like, "This guy came up to me multiple times.
Oh my God!
Every
please
time
don't.
he
Please don't. Please
saw
don't.
me,
Please don't. Please don't.
he said, 'Hi, how you doing?' You should be good, fine." You go, "Cool, thank you for coming in." And we were getting in the car after I bought this super uncomfortable chair, and she was like, "That guy came up to me like 3 or 4 times, but it was a really cool place." And I was like, "Hey, Kyleigh, I think this is that place Hannah was telling us about, where they hire like the mentally handicapped." And you see like it occur to her in real time. It was so great. Because it didn't occur to me at first either. Because I was
I
like,
didn't
these
say
these people are pretty
anything
friendly. None at all.
I didn't say anything
Nothing
negative.
disparaging.
He was super sweet,
Mhm.
and it was really nice. It was just odd because he kept coming up to me, and now I understand. And I think it was a wonderful place. I bought a beautiful table with a hand-painted cat laying in leaves on it.
Yeah, kind of looks like roadkill.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, and it didn't occur to me either because, I don't treat
Hey,
people.
they're just people.
They're just people. They're
They're
like
just
us. Well,
Yesterday-
I was in the parking lot after I had moved my car to come wheel that fucking chair on up and put it in there.
Oh yeah,
and I
he
was
really
literally
nice,
saying,
and he asked if he. Sorry, I just had.
"Shut the fuck up for 5 seconds, Jesus
go ahead.
Christ." Okay, it's not gonna be funny anymore. So go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know you were making a joke.
I wasn't making a joke, but like the
just
momentum
wanted
is
to-
helpful
Okay,
when I
sorry.
finish something to say, or when I get to say something in its entirety. Heckler, you're like a
I
heckler.
apologize.
You know that? You're like heckling me when I'm trying to tell the joke.
Sorry.
How dare you?
I wasn't doing it on purpose. I just wanted to.
Go ahead.
I
Did he
have been
offer?
meaning to-
What did he say?
He offered to have some guys help us out with this stuff.
That was very sweet, and they probably would have done a much better job at it because the way I was putting it in, you would have thought I worked there.
I won't laugh at that.
What I meant to say is you would have thought I was a retard. Not that they are.
I don't think that's funny.
Well, guess what? What I was going to say was going to be a lot funnier, and now I had to go this route. So thanks for interrupting me and ruining it.
I apologize.
You apology accepted.
Yesterday we went to Big Lots and we bought candy cigarettes.
Yes, and I'm actually going to have a fucking smoke right now. Don't mind if I do. Got the Roundup bubble gum. You don't like the bubble gum kind?
I did after I had yours.
Yeah, you like
yesterday.
the
I like the
weird
chalky. I weirdly
sticks?
like chalky candy, like the candy hearts at Valentine's Day. Candy cigarettes that aren't the bubble gum. They're just like sticks of chalk.
You know what? I gotta say that I don't think I'll ever say I'm not gonna laugh at that, because if something makes me laugh, it's got me. I'm now surrendered to the thing that someone said, whether I agree with it, disagree with it, whether it's dark, it's not dark, it's like, maybe it's safe humor, maybe it's like, I think I'm just, I that's what I like about comedy. Because
That's
I
fine.
don't agree with everything Nick DiPaolo says.
But I
He's
already
a pretty
didn't
hard
laugh.
right.
I I already didn't laugh, so I said I'm not going to laugh at that. You had told a joke, and then I said I'm not going to laugh at that, and I wasn't.
Well, I know. Just when you're saying
that wanted to laugh.
When you're just saying that, it just makes me think of like, dang, like I never want to be in a position. Not that you just were in that one, but I never want to be in a position where I decided not to laugh at something. I always want to be enjoying comedy and humor, no matter where it goes, because there's jokes that have never been told, there's comparisons that have never been made, and there's perspectives that have never been heard. And it's just like, I just want to get every bit of it that I can and experience every bit. That's why I loved going to the Comedy Store, is because you would see a variety, and they would have to fucking bring it, because we'd go to the main room. It's headliner after headliner after headliner. It's fucking crazy. So good.
Don't remind me, I missed it so much.
I know. Don't worry, it'll be back shortly. We've put up with it this long. We'll be there in no time. Plus, we got the fucking Comedy Store La Jolla is this close too.
That's true, but I think there's more headliners in Hollywood.
Yeah, there definitely is, but I would hate to think that there's those kinds of comedians that I could be missing out on.
Is that not grape? Is that regular?
I don't even know if it's regular. What is this? Like orange grape?
Yuck.
You want a grape one? There's some in there.
There is?
But like I was saying, it was like I would hate to miss out on some comedy in La Jolla just because I don't know their name. And like that's what I loved when we'd go to the Comedy Store and someone would come on that I hadn't heard of.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
No expectations.
What was his name that we saw like one of the first times we ever went to the Comedy Store?
Oh my God, he closed.
Orny Adams.
Orny Adams. Holy shit.
That was we were crying.
Dude, I was out of breath. Thought I was gonna throw up. God, there's a few people that have made me laugh that hard. And Orny Adams, Bill Burr, Joey Diaz, and Chris D'Elia have fucking made me like on the verge of fainting or throwing up from laughing so unfucking believably hard. And I just want to be doing that for someone one day. I just want to be that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you will.
Anyway. How's that
Doesn't taste as good as
candy cigarette over there? Doesn't taste as good? Why?
It kind of tastes like an actual cigarette butt. Which I used to try to eat my dad's cigarette butts when I was little.
That explains a lot. Which is funny because I try to eat butts now as an adult. I eat the ass.
What's that from?
From my dumb mind.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
I feel like we've just been rambling for the last 20 minutes.
Well, I just feel like I want to offer something, give people some content to enjoy. I haven't had a podcast in almost a month.
Do you know how long this has been?
Yeah, what has it been? It's been an hour, 51 minutes.
Oh,
Almost 2 hours.
That's not that bad.
That's not bad at all. We can wrap it up. Energy's dead in this room. I get it.
No, that's not
Have
what
some
I meant.
dinner. I know, but when the conversation comes to a nice, like, grinding halt like this, and we're having candy cigarette gum, I get it.
I get it.
Let me see if there's anything else in my notes here that I want to add.
Okay.
Because
Can we take another break or no?
no, let's just wrap it up.
Oh. Well, no, if there's something in your notes we want to talk about.
I don't think so. No. Other than this place is so fucking quiet and weird. I thought, like...
I don't even want to hear you complain about it because all you fucking did was complain about how loud your last place was and how loud everyone was there.
Everyone that heard the first
shit
30 minutes of this podcast is rolling in tears laughing right now.
Are you fucking kidding? Did you really complain about that?
No, but I mentioned it, and then I talked about how our neighbors wouldn't even be able to stand where I lived. That was a real fucking
Yeah, but
noise.
it's literally like in the lease how quiet this is and how you have to be quiet. And I thought that's perfect for Dallas because all he can talk about is how much he hates how loud everything is where he lives.
I'm not the fucking problem here, lady. Okay?
You are.
Okay.
Anyways, I love how quiet it is. I think it's really nice.
Listen, there was something creepy about this place, and I haven't mentioned this to anyone. And I couldn't understand what it was or why. And I was like, God, like, there's no fucking way this place can be so cool where it's always quiet and it's isolated and there's a pool and beautiful view. What is going on here? There's something suspicious about it. And it made me think, I was like, what are these people in a cult? Is there like, are they all Scientologists? I don't see any of our neighbors, and if I do, it's so brief and I don't recognize them. It looks like I'm just walking past a stranger on the street. It's so unfamiliar and just a background character of my imagination. And then we got a fucking noise complaint. And I realized, oh, people like probably aren't allowed to like get any more exuberant or loud in this place. I'm sure those complaints and those notes and those emails get sent out so often that everyone's like scared and just residing and have just resigned and like retired to their quiet routines here. And it's so weird. And it's not that hot out. I don't know why I don't see more of the neighbors or see them out. It's so bizarre. It's really weird. Because my last place, albeit was in a ghetto, whatever, I knew what all those motherfuckers looked like. I could see them everywhere. I used to see them at Little Caesars in line waiting for pizza, just like my trash ass self. I was like, hey, Anton, you know, it's just very...
No, I can't agree with you. Sorry. I think our noise complaint was totally valid because we were being loud and someone in our house, I won't name who, was being loud all fucking day and we had all the windows and doors open. So it makes a lot of sense. I would have complained too, and so would you have if you had the option. I know, place.
But
I also think you just can't be happy with anything. So even though you finally live in a quiet place, you're still saying it's too creepy. And also, like that girl that we saw today, I've seen her at least 3 times, so she is familiar to me. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I can't relate.
See.
And I like how quiet it is here, and I made sure to let the management know that when I apologized for our noise complaint.
Now, I'm going to be making observations and complaining about them no matter where I am in the world because it's my job. Observe and report and make jokes about it. That's how you work things out. That's how you get to jokes. She's over it. We're done here. This is the Bad Etiquette Podcast, folks. Where the fuck are you?